So today's video is how to stop overthinking. I feel like this is a necessary video for this channel, and let's just get straight into it. So I get a lot of comments, a lot of questions, a lot of DMs asking me questions about this, that, and the third, and I feel as though people are overthinking. So this is what inspired me to do this video today. So basically, if you are the type of person who is constantly overthinking things, who is constantly making things unnecessarily more complicated than they already are or than they need to be because they are overthinking, then this video is definitely for you. I'll give you a couple of scenarios of overthinking, and then I'll tell you how to stop overthinking so you can live a less stressful life and honestly just be a bit happier. One example of overthinking may be that you are in a relationship and you feel like you are not good enough for that person. You feel like you're not enough, you don't look good enough. Maybe you feel like they are the special and most important person in the relationship and you feel like trash basically. So one thing that you're doing is you're constantly thinking, oh, all of the things that you are and how you are so inadequate to that person and how you're not good enough for them, you have this many shortcomings, etc, etc, and you are now overthinking because now it's gone from you not being good enough to that person to you overthinking to that they might be talking to somebody else, that they might be doing X, Y, and Z. So it starts getting out of control, and that is unhealthy, okay? Another example of overthinking is that you maybe want to go for a job position and you want to apply for this position. You feel like you have, the relevant experience for it, but then you realize that one of your work colleagues, who you know is an amazing, outstanding colleague, is also going up for that same promotion, that same position. So you now start overthinking in your mind of all of the reasons why you may not get that position, why they probably will be chosen over you, and things just start spiraling out of control to the point where you probably don't even end up applying for that position anyway, because you've already talked yourself out of it and you've convinced yourself that you are not worthy of that position and that somebody else is better than you. So your overthinking has now deterred you and you are now not even in for the running of that position because you pulled out, honey, okay? So let's get into ways to stop this self-sabotage, because that's honestly what overthinking leads to. So it can lead to obviously depression, it can lead to anxiety, it can lead to stress, it can lead to lots and lots of things. But let's talk about how to overcome this so that we can make our lives happier. I used to seriously overthink, and when I say overthink, I mean like painful, like it was painful, not just overthinking but doing it times 1,000, and it's just really unhealthy, honestly, for you mentally. What I ended up doing was saying to myself, look, this is not working out, okay, and I need to start changing things, because me overthinking would stop me from doing certain things. It would stop me from, being the best version of myself, being confident, etc. It really was spiraling out of control. So I decided to take hold of the reins and really take charge of my own life, my own emotions, my own feelings, and overthinking is one of those things that you must take charge of. One way to do that is every single time you notice yourself overthinking, you realize it and you stop. And that is easier said than done, but it's something that you must start doing right now. If you're overthinking, then start doing it right now. All right, so you acknowledge it when you're doing it and you stop. So you nip it in the bud. And that is difficult, but it's necessary. So that's the first thing you really must do if you want to stop overthinking. The second thing to do is to isolate yourself from any situations, any people that make you overthink. So if you are on social media and it makes you overthink about the insecurities of your own body, of your own hair, etc, your own lifestyle, your house or something, I don't know, then that is one thing that you need to do, is just say goodbye to it for a while until you get your mind right, okay, until you get your mind straight. So if there are people around you in your circle, in your family, or your friends that make you feel a certain type of way, make you start overthinking about things, then it's really important to actually distance yourself from those people, especially maybe just completely distance yourself, or at least until you get your mind right and you're back on track again. So distance yourself from bad situations, bad people that really make your overthinking flare up. And the next thing I'm going to say to you is to make a conscious effort not to be bashing yourself mentally and also overthinking about whatever area it is for you that you feel like you are inadequate or you are unhappy with, or that's making you overthink irrationally. You need to really be conscious of not doing that, okay? And that again is easier said than done, but that's something that you must do if you want to overcome this. And the last thing I want to say is that you really need to start realizing that you have the power to feel however you want to feel, whenever you want to feel it. So it's about choosing to not think this way. It's about choosing to not be this way anymore, choosing to be happy, choosing to not stress yourself out, because you're literally stressing yourself out, okay? So it's about choosing to not want to do that to yourself anymore, choosing to not want to be that victim. So I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that you guys found the tips that I've given you helpful. This is something that I did in a lot of different areas that I had issues with. It really is the same formula for most things. So it's about acknowledging it, trying to stop it, making a conscious effort not to do it, isolating yourself from any situations, scenarios and people that really bring that out in you, and also about making a choice to not do that anymore and to be happy. So it really is the same for many areas in your own life. But I'm going to stop rambling now, and I'll see you guys in my next video.